Hey, what's up, Endomorph? I got a tip to help you show your muscles and get maybe defined abs. So you're an endomorph and you got a big enough muscle mass, but your problem is it doesn't show because you're fat over it. So how do you lose the fat? And I know that it's so hard for endomorphs to lose fat. I mean, even if you're strict with your diet, it doesn't seem to come off, and it can get really frustrating to know that you got these muscles, but you can't show them. They don't show. So the tip I'm going to give you is to cycle your carbs. So there are many ways to cycle your carbs. I'll give you a simple way, and this is how you do it. You follow a low carb diet for 5 days out of 7 in the week. I usually recommend Monday to Friday, and then you do a refeed or a carb up, and there are like 100 ways to call that, on the weekends. So that's Saturday and Sunday. During the week on your low carb diet, you want to eat 20% carbs or less of your intake. So that's if you can compute and calculate how many calories you're eating. There are many ways to do this. I'm not going to cover in this video. 1 gram of carbs equals more or less 4 calories. So then you can compute how many grams of carbs you should be eating to get 20% of your intake in carbs. If this is too complex for you, it kind of is for me, to be honest. I'm on the lazy side with math. 100 grams. Okay, so you go for 100 grams per day or less. And this is for a guy of average height and size. So if you're 6 foot and 300 pounds, you can probably handle 120 grams. Okay, but go for 100 grams, and you'll be in a low carb, maybe a ketosis state, and that'll help you lose weight. The reason low carbs diets work so well is because they reduce your production of insulin. They lower your insulin levels. Insulin is an anabolic hormone. Insulin tells your body to store fat, and it tells your fat cells to keep the fat in. So if you have a lot of insulin around, you're not losing fat because the fat is stuck in your fat cells. So when you eat less carbs, you produce less insulin, and then your fat can come out, and then you can burn that fat and you can lean out. So that's standard advice. Follow a low carb diet, 100 grams of carbs per day. You've probably heard this. What I'm not sure you've heard about is the refeed. There are a couple good reasons to do a refeed, and I suggest you do it on the weekend. The first reason is it gives you a break from your diet and lets you eat normally. Okay, so when you do a refeed, you can eat carbs. You can eat the carbs you like. It's okay. It's just 2 days out of 7, and it's better to eat a low carb diet 5 days out of 7 instead of never. Okay, so if you're eating normally for 2 days, don't panic. You're still gonna lose fat. Socially, it's easier. You can go to restaurants. If someone invites you over, you have a family dinner, anything, you go on a date, you're not forced to say, I'm gonna have the salad or the steak and salad. Oh, I can't eat this. If it's happened to you before, it sucks. I remember once there was a friend's birthday, and this girl was preparing for a fitness contest, and she was like 1 week out, and she could not eat anything on the menu. So she had a coffee at the restaurant, and everyone was like, why are you not eating? What's the problem? Are you okay? And nobody likes to get these questions from people who don't understand that we're working out hard to get somewhere. They're not used to this. They don't understand, and it can get tiring after some time. So if you do a refeed on the weekend, you don't have this problem. You can eat all you want, and people don't question you. Second thing, it's good for your mental, for your brain. It gives you a break, a psychological break. Dieting can be hard, and if you can't eat the foods you like, after some time you're gonna just blow up. your will, you won't have enough willpower to carry on for years like this. So when you know that Saturday you're going to be able to eat the foods you love, it helps you go through your week and stick to your diet. So that's another benefit. And the last benefit is it's actually good for your body to take a break from dieting. When you're dieting, you're using up your fat stores. Your body thinks you're gonna die. We evolved back in the days where food was not in the fridge. You had to hunt for it, and if you didn't catch, a tiger and eat the meat, you were not having dinner that evening. So, and if that happened too often, your body thought that you would die from hunger. You were starving. So when you start to really drop fat, your body has all kinds of response mechanisms that will make you really hungry, will make you really tired and weak, and will kind of sap away slowly at your willpower until you can't anymore, and you start eating again. And I'm laughing, but it's no fun. It's not funny when it happens to you. By eating more calories and doing a refeed on the weekend, you tell your body that it's okay. There's still plenty of food around. It's not going to die. And it can keep on losing that fat because it's not in danger. So that's another good reason to do a refeed on the weekends. And the last reason is to rebuild your stores of glycogen in your muscles. During the week, you're not eating carbs, so you're going to use up your stores of glycogen in your muscles and in your liver. Glycogen is stored carbohydrates, basically, and it's used by muscles as fuel to produce energy for high intensity efforts. So if you're working out hard, you're lifting weights, big weights, short rest intervals, you do a big workout, you're going to use up a lot of glycogen. And at the end of the week, you won't have any or very little. So during the weekend, as you eat these carbs again, you're going to rebuild those stores, and it kind of helps you keep your muscle mass as you're dieting, helps rebuild your reserves of energy in your muscles. And as you're rebuilding over the weekend, your muscles get back into an anabolic state, so that you can actually gain a little muscle over the weekend and lose fat during the week. So that was the last reason to do a refeed on the weekend. So I'm going to recap. During the week, you follow a low-carb diet, 100 grams of carb or 20% of your calories in carbs or less. During the weekends, you do a refeed. You can eat all you want. Normally, don't binge, but you can eat the stuff you like. It's just 2 days, and it's not going to ruin your diet. It's easier socially. People are not going to keep asking you questions, and you have to explain and justify every moves. It helps with your brain, gives you a psychological break. It tells your body it's not going to die from starvation, and it actually helps you restore your energy reserves in your muscles and help your muscles grow over the weekend too. So these are the reasons you should cycle your carbs, and this is my advice for you. If you're an endomorph, you want to lose fat and show your muscles, try this, and I think it's going to help you. I've experimented with cycling carbs too. I've followed low carbs diet a lot. Actually, right now I'm on a low carb diet. For me, that's what works the best. I get super defined. I think you've seen my pictures, got ripped abs, everything. As an ectomorph, I probably wouldn't need to do it, but the reason I do it is I'm in better shape with it. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been training for 13 years. I've started when I was 16, and then I would ask for advice at the trainers at the gym to, what were the best exercises to build muscle mass or how I should be working out. And I was kind of surprised that they would give me answers that contradicted, each other. And I was like, who are these clowns? They don't know what they're talking about. I thought there was science behind this. Why are they telling me different things all the time. So I was so passionate. I loved it so much. I went to university, did a bachelor in exercise sciences, and I've later done a master's and a PhD in public health. I'm about to get my PhD. So I really know a lot about science. I've published science in peer-reviewed journals. As we speak, I have 7 published papers. I'm about to get my diploma. I read about exercise all the time. To be honest with you, right now, there's an exercise physiology book next to my bed, and that's what I read at night before going to sleep. I've also trained people. I've been a trainer for 10 years. I've gained 30 pounds myself. I've helped guys gain 30 pounds and over. And I've also built the biggest website in French in Quebec. This is the French part of Canada. I'm from Montreal. And to give you an idea, we have about 85,000 fans on Facebook. So I've helped thousands of guys build muscle mass. It's my biggest passion in life. And I want to help you build muscle too. Because let's face it, building muscle is not really about the muscle. It's about you and the message you send out to the world. I think that when you have a better body, you're more confident, you're proud of the body you have, you're not afraid to show it. You know, when it's time to put on your bathing suit and take your shirt off at the beach, at the pool, whatever, in the locker, you know, at the gym, are you shy? Or are you proud? You know, do you hope no one looks at you? Or do you look forward to getting those stares from people that really show and seeing in their eyes, you know, that they envy you, that they admire you, and that they respect you for the body you have, because your body reflects the work you've put into it. And to have the goal to have a better body and to get there shows people that you're disciplined, you set high standards for yourself, and you have the determination to get there. And I think that's why we respect people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Greg Plitt, and Hulk Hogan. If you're my age, you know, these guys, they've kind of shown to the world that they were able to get there. And it shows not only in their body, but in their life. They've done uncommon things. And they've had above average achievements. And if you show people you can achieve a body like this, it kind of tells them that you're the real deal, you know, that you can achieve big things in your life. Not just your body, but as a person, you're above average. And this is a great feeling, and it feels good just to have this radiate from you, you know, to kind of be able to show people just without saying a word, just by looking at you, people know what kind of man you are. And I want to help you do this. I want to help you get there. So if you have a question on building muscle mass, losing fat, getting a six-pack, just reply to any email I send you. If you haven't gotten any email from me, you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, just look under this video. I'm going to put a link, and you can go to my website and find out how to send me your questions. If you know anyone who needs to build muscle mass or lose fat or get a six-pack, please send them this video, and I'll be happy to help them too. This is, again, my biggest passion in life, and thank you for sharing this video and helping me reach more people and help more people do this. I look forward to getting your questions, and I'll talk to you soon.